Hey everybody, welcome. Holy crap, I just saw something on Twitter that absolutely made me go, what the fuck? Bunch of horseshoe crab related stuff. Very wild. Anyway, how are you all doing tonight? I'm once again asking you to watch me. How have Quasi-Stellar, Eric, and Will Kenner been? Good to see you all. All right. We're gonna hop right on into it then. Alrighty. Okay. I remember where I was now. So, what all has been new in y'all's neck of the world? Probably not much, right? Not much is really going on here. Hey, Arrow. Doing well back at the grind in this life, yeah. Such is how life goes, I guess. Oops. Okay, I wanna... Oh, I can't put that up there, never mind. I wanted to... Well, no, this one doesn't meet up there either, shit. I want to get the, this section to connect up. Just like that, there we go. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay. Horseshoe crabs. Yes, the horseshoe crabs. Like, there was this dude who had a gif of, or a WebM or whatever of him picking up a bunch of horseshoe crabs. They were alive. And then there was another one of people, like, walking around a beach somewhere, and that there were just dozens of them dead, just lying around. I don't know if they had, like, mated and died or what the deal was, but, like, it was creepy. Ugh. And then one dude came up with a short video and was like, yeah, you've never seen them cooked and prepared? I'm like, oh shit, people eat these? That's crazy. Ugh. Oh well, I mean, I guess people eat all sorts of stuff, so... I'm not really one to talk, I guess, but... I can't help but feel that it's a little odd. I don't know about you guys. Hey, Poncho. That cinematic yesterday was just wow. I could not keep up with half of it. I'm not gonna lie. That cinematic went so hard. I literally could not even. Your editing, like, I want to know how you do it, but at the same time, I don't think I can. Even if you told me, I don't think I would understand it. Your skills, like, holy shit, Poncho. I don't know what it is, like, if you're just of the gotta go fast mentality or what, but like, dude, your stuff is on another level. That's all I can say. Yes, it was a nice cinematic, yes. Algae bloom? I don't know that it was an algae bloom. It didn't look like there was. It was just something about horseshoe crabs. It was on Twitter there for a split second, and I happened to see it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It doesn't matter, though. Don't worry too hard about it. It just I saw it right before I started, I tabbed in to start streaming, and it creeped me out. I'm like, God, those things are hideous. And I can't believe there are people who eat them, because there was one dude who's like, yeah, people eat them. That's a wild thing to discover, too. But I guess people will eat anything, won't they? Oh, well, I mean, it can't be helped. People gotta eat and all that. Okay, so this one will go up somewhere. Parents recently brought home a dead horseshoe crab from Charleston, South Carolina. Your mother plans on cleaning it up and preserving it. Okay. That is... Does she know what she's doing? Because I can't imagine preserving a bug. Or, well, I don't know. They're not bugs. They're like a distant cousin to the regular lobsters, crabs, things of that nature. They're an ancient organism. But, like, yeah. I can't imagine that's easy to do. Five Isles cinematic was great. Feel the music was too repetitive, looped. Oh, yeah, maybe I should have picked a better looping thing. I don't know. Like, maybe if I had chosen a different style of music for each island, that might have worked. I don't know. Apparently horseshoe crabs are an ancient species. Yeah, they've been around for millions of years. Hundreds of millions, yeah. They've not had to like change drastically. So it's very sort of the same, if you will. Like, their species is very, I don't know, what they're doing works. Because clearly they've not gone extinct yet, despite kind of sort of probably having should have gone extinct. I don't know, it's weird. They're impressive. They're an impressive little bugger, whatever the hell they are. I don't think they're crustacean, although I could be wrong. They might be crustacean related. I just don't know enough about them. They're also creepy looking, and I'm just like, no thank you. Oh, and apparently they use cancer. They use horseshoe crab blood for cancer research. That was another thing. And I see there was a factory, a literal factory, breeding and bleeding horseshoe crabs for like whatever reason. Not related to crabs, related to spiders and scorpions. Oh, so it's an arachnid. Ah, interesting. They're the same phylum as spiders and sea spiders, not crabs. Interesting. Weird that they're called horseshoe crabs, but oh well. They're good cooked right. There's a right place down in the Florida Keys that has amazing horseshoe crab. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I could do that. You do you. Yeah, that's really kind of like too much for me. I don't even really eat crab as it is anyway. So like, yeesh. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. I may not be able to slip another. Might be able to put a thing here. Yeah. Woohoo, that just barely fits. Nice. Okay. All right. Horseshoe crabs are a living fossil. Yeah, I guess so. Much older than the dinos. 465 million. Jesus Christ. Space Valk's looking great. Thank you, Copperator. I am continually flabbergasted by how some species can continue to just exist. Despite, like, the odds being against every other creature bigger than them. Well, then again, I don't know. 465 mil may be nothing compared to the likes of like certain bacteria. I wouldn't be shocked if there were bacterial species that are hundreds of millions and are at least double or almost a billion years old. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like that wouldn't shock me. Because, you know, bacteria and protists and fungi, they're some of the they have to be some of the oldest creatures, right? Ooh, what if we find like a little pocket somewhere out in the middle of wherever, like depths of the earth somewhere, and it just contains like some really old species of this or that. God, wouldn't that be an amazing discovery? How many more to go into the world download? I do not know, W. Mars. I've got so much that I have yet to really finish. I don't really work on it in my off time. Part of me, I'm busy with other things, and part of me is like, I don't really want to work on it when I'm not, like, on stream. I kind of wanted to, like, when I started streaming, I wanted to show everybody from start to finish the exact process by which I come up with everything. And there's just a lot of, you know, just guesswork. Like, I'm not thinking about anything I'm doing too much. I'm just doing it. And I don't know, that's part of the appeal, I guess. Like, I'm just sort of here throwing blocks together, and that's it. Space Valk 3 is really kind of just the extension of that. I suppose I could work on it a little bit here and there off stream, and then just make spurts of progress as time goes on. And then maybe, I don't know, at some point in the near future, I'll just be like, yeah, it's done, guys. Sorry I couldn't be there Sorry I couldn't show you the final block placements. But maybe, I don't know. I might do some work off screen. 85%, 90% of the oceans are unexplored. Wow, yeah. It's possible we could find a pocket of bacteria or something that's super ancient. Something or another. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I wish I'd stopped yawning so damn much. Oh. I feel like it's an air issue. Like I'm just not breathing deeply. I don't know what the deal is. Creating a masterpiece. I want this to be my magnum opus. Like, kind of. But I can't, like, call it a masterpiece. Like, after I saw 5 Islands by Crowbar and them, I don't know. I can't in good conscience call this a masterpiece anymore. It's probably the best thing I'll ever make. But now, I don't know. I feel like I've been one-upped by Crowbar and his friends. The Crowbar people. The Crowbar crew. Like, damn. I can't even. That bass is so cinematic. And yeah, you're right, Universe, and I probably did repeat the song a little too much. I'm gonna have to work on that. But like, I can't. I don't know. I don't know that I'm on that level anymore. I think Crowbar is better than me. Damn. Just damn. I am unable to, like, I'm at a loss for words when I see that bass. Because, like, it's just something else. There we go. Okay, so that clears the ledge there. I was kind of hoping. So I don't know. I mean, maybe there's still room for improvement. And that I can grow and change too. But, like, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, Crowbar is definitely leagues above me at this point. Wherever he was versus wherever I was, the tides have turned, man. So I don't know. It's a wild world. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep it like that. Maybe one day I'll make something as awesome as that, as 5 Islands. But for right now, no. I'm firmly of the opinion that I've been beaten. Crowbar has made me, has put me to shame, I guess. There's no better way to put it. Single-celled organisms are very hardy. Oh, yes. What if there be any original species left? That's a good question. I'd say you're still better than Crowbar. What? Are you sure? Like, I make bases you live in. But Crowbar makes, like, masterpieces you can experience. Like, I don't know that we're on the same level anymore. Back in the Interdimensional Bridge, Whitehaven, you know, bases that you would live at. Places that were places, not just a cinematic experience. I could have said that, you know, we were neck and neck. But now, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Crowbar's got me beat. There we go. But who knows? Maybe I'm just beating myself up over nothing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Honestly, there's so much that one can specialize in when it comes to building. It's not quite fair, I guess. Starting Order of Space Valk 3 is much larger than the International Space Station. The ISS is as big as a football field. How big is this base? Quickly, let me look up something. Size of a football field. 91.44 meters. That's it. Holy shit. So the International Space Station is about 91.5 meters. So if we really graciously round up that number to 100 meters, you mean to tell me that the International Space Station's only about 100 meters large? 100 meters long or whatever. Cool. Space Valk 3 is literally 10 times bigger than that. Because it is 1,075 blocks long at its largest point. I intentionally made it 1 kilometer big. And I can prove it very, very easily. Ah, damn it. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay. Let me go on out to up here. Okay, so these little dock areas are the longest points on Space Valk 3. This is the perfect middle. This is the diameter line right here. So if we go all the way up here, and actually I made this blue glass outline that perfectly encompasses all that Space Valk 3 holds. So if I go over to here, so it's exactly 1,075 blocks long. Yeah, 1,075 by 1,075. Now, it's a circle, not a square, so it does not occupy the full, 1 kilometer squared. But it is over 1 kilometer long at its longest. So yeah, 1075, exactly. And it's 1075 in both directions. So it's 1075 going north-south, and it's 1075 going east-west. Fossil bacteria found years ago. Oh, yeah. I doubt there's anything near life on Mars, most likely in Jupiter's major moons like Europa. Yeah, supposedly. But since nobody's ever been able to get samples back from that area, I wouldn't say anything definitive yet. 1075, yeah. Same thing. So yeah, it's over 10 times larger than the ISS. Easily. And I feel like if you're going to make a space station in real life and live on it and equip it as best as possible to be a good place you'd want to live, it would need to be as big as Space Valk 3 and have as many amenities and things of that nature. It would have to have some means of internally regulating a day-night cycle so that your circadian rhythm doesn't get thrown off. There are so many hoops you'd have to jump through to make an ISS type thing, or no, not an ISS, rather a full-blown space colony. There are just so many obstacles in the way of that. Because otherwise you'd go nuts, I feel, if you tried living long-term on a space station that was not Earth. We can pretty well tackle the gravity issue. We can pretty well tackle, keeping it alive and keeping it sustainable, even though even that takes a little bit of engineering. But the biggest issue I feel would be keeping people safe from radiation and keeping the inhabitants sane. God damn it. That would also be a big, big problem. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just spitballing and that it's actually not that big of a deal. I'm honestly not sure how the ISS astronauts put up with being out there for months and months. Surely they have a means of keeping themselves sane and happy. I know they've got exercise, so they've got ways of keeping themselves alive. But beyond that, I don't know. Milk Gang, yeah, I can't wait till it's finished. I know, there's so much to do. But it'll get done, don't worry. Do I have a 1-block pixel map? Oh, you mean a 1-to-1? Yes, I've got that. I've not updated it in a hot minute, but I've got one. Yeah, right here. Although it's actually kind of been updated, because the maps, they kind of keep track of everything, don't they? Actually, okay, I'll go ahead and really quickly take the time out to do this. Okay, so this is what, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is 9. Yeah, wow, there's so much here that I've not updated. Okay, so that's north, so that would be the far southwest. Oh, that's right, I installed my... Yeah, I installed the north, south, east, west banners for this very reason. So you should be able to see all the way out to where Space Valk 3 ends. Yeah, right here. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I've been meaning to update all of this because it's been, it's been a long time coming. There's lots of features and other things that I've just sort of not. Yeah, there we go. See, the port area, I've not updated the ports. That looks good on the map. It's one of the few things that pokes out of the disc itself, so like you see it. And so all I have to do is just destroy these maps, and the others back there will have updated. So yeah. Oh yeah, Milk Gang, you've been here before, haven't you? I vaguely remember you. Pretty sure they thought it was bacteria, but came up with other conclusions. Ooh. Oh, the 9x9 must not encompass this last part right here. Again, it's so weird being able to see these lights and the command blocks and all that in the creative menu. I'm just not used to that. I don't know. They put up with it because of the check that greets them when they get home. Yeah, that's a good point. Most certainly. I can't imagine that the pay is bad. Just more of a minute-to-minute, day-to-day type thing. Oh, I know. Let me turn on the hitboxes. This'll, it gets easier to see in a large connected map where things are. This way. And then at some point, when I'm done with everything surface-wise and I've got all the tubing and everything done, maybe I won't necessarily have all the buildings' interiors done, but everything on the exterior will be done. At some point, I'm going to go along and take the roof off, the glass roof off, and then update all the maps to where the contents are in it, and then put the white glass roofing back on, and we'll see how that looks. Although it might update now that I think about it. Yeah, because some of these buildings updated. Like this, I didn't update this building here. I didn't update the giant plus sign, the Arc of Triumph, I didn't update that. These bits here, the office building here, the spaceport here and here, the apartment complex there. Like, there are a lot of these buildings I did not update. They've just sort of manually, inadvertently gotten updated. I don't know, it's weird. Populated by morbidly obese people. No, I'm not doing what WALL-E did. I'm not, I did not like WALL-E. I'm gonna be real with you. I know WALL-E is a beloved classic Pixar animated film, but I'm not actually a WALL-E fan. And I didn't like how everybody was super fat in WALL-E. It felt kind of like off to me. I didn't feel like that would be the norm. Yeah, they were making a critique about people, blah, 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 I get it. Like, I know why they made everyone fat. But I still don't feel like that's how it should have been, you know? I feel like everybody being complacent makes sense because they've been on a ship for, I don't know, however many centuries. But I really don't think people would have been so fat they'd literally been stuck in their chairs to the point where they've been immobile and like all that. No, I don't think some of that was on par with like how things would have gone. I don't know. Oh, hey, Lord Vadog. I died on the server and I didn't have time to make a bed in that house you made. I'm squatting in. Oh. Well, I'm sorry, Vadok. I can't help you there. If you die, that's it. But hey, better luck next time. WALL-E is something you barely remember, but it was a good movie. So sad my boy worked so hard. Yeah. Whoops. Go down. There we go. Okay. I'm updating this map here, too. Does Valkyria have a download? It looks amazing. Also, stream is a relaxing vibe. Well, thank you. Space Valkyria does not have a world download yet. Space Valkyria 3. But Valkyria, Space Valkyria 1, Space Valkyria 2, and a bunch of other bases are all on the archive. So if you want, you can go onto the archive and look them up. And then you can use World Downloader mod on 1.2, or 1.12, sorry. 1.12 download world downloader, and world download from the archive directly. So you have ways of getting a hold of famous older 2B2T bases. There is a Space Valk 3 download on the archive. And by that I mean Space Valk 3 is on the archive. But it's from 2B2T, and it's not as up-to-date or as detailed as this. This version is the version I've been working on since late 2020. I've been streaming this place for 2 years now. And next month, Space Valk 3 is going to be 6 years old. I can't believe that. So, like, yeah, it helps to remember and to constantly, you know, constantly keep in mind where we've been and what we've done. Okay, good. This section is finished. So that was what, level 3, so now we go up to level 4. Incidentally, this ship here is not mine. I forget the name of the creator, but I blatantly stole the ship from his world map, and then I converted it from wool into quartz. It's some spaceship carrier or something or another. I forget what it's called. It's got a really cool, detailed interior. I loved it, and so I wanted it as like a, I don't know, just a set piece to look at, because I thought it looked cool. It's got some really good like shapes and design to it, so I shamelessly stole it just to use as a set piece. I do not claim credit for having made this. I just wanted to have it because I liked how it looked. But that was that. So yeah, don't assign me the credit for that. But everything else here I made. I didn't want anyone to, you know, get the wrong impression. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on this level here. I'm updating all these maps because they've not been updated in a hot minute. There are so many buildings and other exterior features that have long since been put into place that they shine through this giant disc because the white glass really kind of covers everything up. But it looks good, you know? Am I too far? No, I'm not far up enough. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. See, there's an entire building there. I forgot about this one. I talked to no, did I talk to Jared? No, or yeah, I was talking to Jared. That's right. Yeah, when I was finishing this building, I remember Jared popped into the stream chat or some shit. It's a critique on America. Yes, it was. Jack doesn't like Wall-E, you traitor. Hey man, I can have my opinions. You're fine with Jack not liking Wall-E. I just wanted to compare the spaceship to Space Valk 3. They were on that ship from the 2060s to the 2800s. Oh my god. Now, I didn't know they'd been on that long. That's nearly a fucking century, or a millennium. Okay. Oh my god. Well, okay, maybe some sort of evolution would have gone on. But I don't know. I feel like it's still a little bit harsh. Oh, hey, Ta. It's a children's movie. I don't think they were going for realism. No, they weren't, but it still destroyed my suspension of disbelief. It wasn't about how realistic they were trying to be. They still destroyed my suspension of disbelief, and I was like, fuck, I don't like that. And well, I just never really could get back into it. Once that happened, I was just like, movie's alright, I guess. But it just, I couldn't get into it beyond that. Do I reckon if Space Valk 3 never gotten griefed, I would ever have made it to this size? I would never have been able to. Realistically, I would have either ran completely out of materials, or I would have been found through some other form of exploit. Like, I'm 90% certain some other piece of trouble would have come up. Some other compromise type thing. Something would have happened. I just know it would have. I would have loved to have been able to get more done on 2B2T back in the day, but that was never going to happen. And as big as the city ended up becoming, yeah, no, I definitely couldn't have made it this large. It's a cool idea to think of having a city this big on 2B2T, but just... No, I only got a year after the Nerd's Grief in 2019. And that was that. Oh well, you know. Easy come, easy go, as they say. I'm sure I would have been able to do a lot, but considering I'd have been stuck purely in survival, I would have kept shelling out money to Housemaster. Like, it would have just become too much, I feel. There's just so much that would have stood in my way. Realistically, I just don't think it would have been... It wouldn't have been possible to get it all done on 2v2t to this degree. As cool as it may seem, no. There is a limit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're on level 6. I'm thinking of expanding this map wall out to a 10 by 10. But the problem is I don't have a block height. I would need to knock out the ceiling around here. I could theoretically do it, though. I might still. I don't know. It's honestly, this is probably a good opportunity to do just that. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. Just because this place is so big now. And part of the blue glass box isn't showing. Or, maybe leaving it at a 9 by 2 or 9 by 10. 9 blocks tall, 10 blocks wide. Maybe that would be okay. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, hey, Fernando. Me and the boys are the nerds on our way to Jack's Constantium base. Yeah, I know, right? God, I hope that never happens. But I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up happening. We'll know tomorrow, because tomorrow I show terrain, kind of. New Constantium Chronicles debuts tomorrow, by the way. But I apply a blur filter to the terrain, so we'll see if that's enough. I don't know. It's a bit iffy. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. But I don't know, we'll see. Could be fine, could be terrible. This isn't Constantium, it will be tomorrow. Relax. Space Valk 3 is the central focus of my channel, Q-Boy. Don't worry about it. Hey, welcome. Waiting for the never day of tomorrow invite. Oh, man. Again, I sincerely hope not. We'll see. I'm hoping the blur filter on my footage is more than enough to block out any, texture rotation related shenanigans. But we'll see. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're on layer number 7 now. What the? Oh, okay, I see how I did it. I went around like this. There we go. Now it's in the proper proceeding order. Okay. Whew. I need to prioritize Constantium. Why? What's the point? Space Valk 3 is my baby. I need to prioritize Space Valk 3 in all honesty. I was literally just talking about that, how I don't feel like I do enough on this. And to be fair, it's because I've had a lot of, like, burnout feeling. I'll admit, the pressure to perform and the pressure to build on stream is a lot more than I reckoned it would be when I first started streaming. So, I don't know. I recognize that Space Falcon 3. See you soon. Hey, Shivam. Yes, I'll see you soon too, Lord Baddock. In fact, I'll see you right now. Okay, got more stuff here. Enough of the silly dreams. How am I? I'm doing all right, Mike. How are you? Silly dreams. Did you mean memes? Did your phone autocorrect you? I was like, silly dreams, huh? Well, because Constantium is my new baby. Space Falcon 4 on Constantium. I'm not making a Space Falcon again for a very long time. Read over a decade. Because I am tired of the end. I made a good base. I did well. I'm going to finish this place, and I will see about making... I'm going to be doing something in the overworld. I'm not doing another end base for a very, very, very long time. I want to get the itch again. That's the thing. When I first made Space Falcon 1 and Space Falcon 3, I had the itch. And I don't have that. And I don't feel like I've had that for quite some time. And after all the updates to the overworld and, you know, new blocks in the nether and just stuff of that nature, I'm in a better position where I am on Constantium now to take advantage of that. But actually making an end base, as cool as it would be, I could make a really nice one. But it would be nigh impossible because I would have to get villagers out there. Villagers are really fucky in the end. So I can't abuse villager trading like I would like to. We don't have a dupe stash. We kind of want to play legitimate, me and Alpha. We found that playing legit is actually kind of fun again. And then there's the height update. You got more height in the overworld than you've got anywhere else, which is stupid, but whatever. Mojang said it, we can't do anything about that. So that, for now, I'm kind of alright with where we are. I'm kind of alright with how things have shaped up. I don't have a reason to change, is what I'm getting at. Perhaps you can come to one of Salt Mine's bases. Salt Mine City? I don't want to go anywhere. We're quite happy where we are. I don't want to travel. I want to build. I want to, you know, play the game legitimately. I want to, you know, I want to make progress in, like, the way you're supposed to. You know what I mean? You're having a silly dream about being invited to my Constantium base. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, well. Maybe one day you'll get the invite. We'll have to see. Okay. I've never made an end base before. Any tips? You're playing Skyblock, basically. That's my tip. So when you end up doing a good end base, it's no different than playing Skyblock in that you're trying to make something that will encompass lots of farms and will get you a lot of, like, advantage really quickly. You know, it'll snowball resources. So if you can't get a good, you know, Skyblock strategy up, I don't know. You really do kind of want to make everything look nice. Uniformity and consistency are key. Because that's what will make or break a good base. You're exactly in love with... Oh, wow. A year ago at this time, Faxstore. Welcome back. On stream or the base on 2B2T? Or the ruins of it on 2B2T? What exactly do you mean? Okay, let's light this bad boy again. I forgot candles are not inherently lit. You gotta light them. Well, at any rate, welcome. Welcome back. Welcome to wherever. Welcome to die. No, that's an old joke from way back when. Okay, I'm not gonna make it 10 blocks tall. I'm just gonna make it 10 blocks wide. Because I think that's good enough. Because I definitely want to get that last layer of stuff on the western side here. Oh wait, shit, I messed up. Wait, is this west? No, it's east, the eastern side. Is it west or wumbo? There we go. That looks pretty. Yay, consistency. Okay. Now, I've got to move all of these over because they're kind of wonky. They're not 100% where I want them to be now. Because if I'm gonna do this, I can do this layer, and that's fine. Oh, and also glow frames. We didn't have glow frames back then. I've got to change all of these to glow item frames. In which case... Replace, no, it's sea lanterns with Portfly. There we go. Okay, so that doesn't kill the item frames, which is good. Alright, cool. Hopefully the lighting update doesn't... Come on, game. Maybe it was my shaders. Nope. It still sees lighting updates where it shouldn't. Oh man, working with this is just a nightmare. Oh, don't pop those off. Okay, let me get a shulker. We'll make it pink. Why not? Okay, so this is what, 9 by 10, so that's 90. That's what, a stack in 26? Yeah, that's 90, right? 80, yeah, that's 90. Okay, so this is 90 item frames. Oh, wait, shit. I wanted to do the other side in glow frames, too. Oh, that's going to be a pain. Okay, yeah, that'll do. 2 stacks of 52. All right. Weast and Wumbo, yeah, I know. Good SpongeBob reference. Ha 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 ha. Okay. That's 27. 27's 54. Ooh, that is not enough. 54 and 50. So that's what, 100? That's 108. So yeah, that should be a good enough amount. Okay. Let me also... get this white shulker box, this magenta shulker box. Okay. Throw some of this in here. I'm gonna quickly change over so that I can get all these maps. I don't want them to despawn or anything. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay. Fuck these item frames in particular. We don't need them. Man, I used to, like, look up at this map frame, or this map wall, and it would just destroy my frame rate. Oh, man. There we go. There should be a replace command for, like, entities. How I wish there was. 28, 529. Oh god, these are all over the place. Oh well. Okay, so I've got to shift this over one block. So that must go over there. That's just white. I can go anywhere, honestly. That doesn't feel right. Ah, yeah, okay, it would be over here. So this would have to go here. Then that goes there. Yeah, then that goes there. Okay. Yeah, that shifts it over to where it's in line. Okay. It's like solving a puzzle. Ew, yikes, this must... Okay, that goes there. So that gets shifted over a block. Yeah, okay, so that's in line with this, so then it's just these two. Okay, phew. I gotta be a little bit more careful about this. Okay, cool. Shift this over one. There we go. Okay. Maybe doing this in creative would have been a better way. Yeah, I think I can do it in creative a little bit better. Okay, that goes over there. Break that. Break that. Oh, fuck. Well. So much for that. Maybe creative was not a good idea to do this in. There we go. I feel like this is such a delicate operation, and it shouldn't have to be. But damn, is it? Okay, what block did I break on this side? So this was one above the purple thing. Right there. Oh. Well, I'm gonna have to, change all those out anyway. God, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, this thing's just too tall for me to tackle in survival. Because, see, then I can't, like, inadvertently annihilate stuff. I didn't mean to kill that. Oh, shit. Okay, so it's the far right side. Phew. Now then. Does it annoy you that the base is slightly off-center of the map? That's really due to how the mapping format works. I don't really have any control over that. My center is the centermost block. As long as the centermost block is, you know, where I want it to be, I don't really care. Remember, the centermost block is way down here. It's everything was centered around this end gateway. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Everything in the entire base is centered exactly around this end gateway. And end gateways were brand new back then. I didn't have a choice in how this thing generated, so I just took it. You know, this is where it was. I was like, okay, this is the first thing I come across. Cool, I'll take it. I'll build everything around it, and so I did. And that was it. And like, yeah, everything is centered around that, and if you take it as it is, cool. But like, as far as the mapping format is concerned, it's a little wonky. Like, the dead center of the entire base is... Come on, take me to creative mode, you fuck. Okay, see, this is the dead center of the base right here, where my cursor is. Like, that pixel right there. But according to the map, it would be somewhere in here. So it's actually slightly off-center, and I can't do anything about that. Even if I had access to, like, editing the region files, I still don't think there'd be anything I can do about that. And I guess I do have access to edit the region files, because I can, you know, I can access the files of this world download any way I want, however I choose to mess with those. But do I wanna? Because, like, that's a huge risk. I would definitely need to back up everything I'm doing. Shit. Shit. This is why I should not have done this in creative. Okay. Well, this can be recovered. Okay. So that's back to where it should be. I don't actually know. Space Valkyria 3, 7, 2, 1. Which one was this? Third from the edge. 2, 3. Right here. There we go. So yeah, I'm sure it's possible with like map editing to alter everything and get your region files however you want them to be. But I'm not that concerned about it. That feels like a lot of work for no payoff. And this base is already a lot of work for, I don't know, whatever sort of payoff I get. I mean, at the very least, I've got the payoff of having completed it. The feeling of completion is a really, really strong one. So you can't really, like, underestimate that. But overall, okay. Put that there. Break, place, take. Ah, shit. Take, break, place, place. Take, place, break, break, place. Take, break, break, place. Place. Okay, I think I got the pattern. Cool. All right. So then all that's left to do is to get these last 9, and the whole place will be complete. Although I can place everything on this side, but I've got to like replace on the opposite side. I've got to replace everything with regular glow frames instead of the regular frame. You know what I mean. We didn't have glow frames back then. And as silly as they are, I do actually kind of like them. They do actually kind of, as stupid as they were, as much as we dunked on the glow squid, it actually did kind of sort of pay off. I'll admit the glow squid was dumb, and it feels almost like we were robbed, but it was an all right addition for what it was. I still think we could have gotten glow ink some other way. I don't know. Mojang being Mojang. But I don't want to turn this into another Mojang rant, of which there are many. Lady Agnes problem, am I right? Oh, hey, Fix and Post. How are you? Long time no see. Yeah, it has been a hot minute. When was the last time you were here, man? I don't remember. But glad to see you back, nonetheless. I'm fixing this map wall, because I made it back before there were glow frames. Put that there, put that there. Okay, so far so good. Man, a lot of older viewers from about a year ago are coming back out. Y'all coming out of the woodwork. Okay, good. Nothing popped off on this side. But it's nice seeing you all back. I'm glad y'all are returning slowly but surely. Some of you. Not all at once, of course, but I understand. Some of y'all got bored, wandered off and did different things. But your old pal Jack is still here. I'm in it for the long haul, don't worry. That's a shame this entire base is built block for block by hand. Oh my god, in survival? I mean, you could, but do you know how many items you would need? You know how many millions of items I'm at, dude? This base is over 9 million. Like, if you want to build this when it's a schematic or whatever, you have at it. But just know, you would need the Chunk Duke to be live again. To have a shot at properly getting this thing. Because that's how outrageous this place is. Now, why did I guess I didn't need those shulkers, whatever. Okay. Let me see if I can't kill this light source. It exists around in here somewhere. I know there's a rogue light source. I can feel it. I can taste it. It's a bunch of them. An air block in here is convinced that it is light level something or another, and it shouldn't be. Oh well. I'm so committed, it's been a year. I know, Mint. I know. It's going to be 6 years for Space Valk 3 in February. I'm committed. I'm gonna finish this fucking base. One way or another. Okay, well, I guess I can't kill that light source. I don't know where it is. Or how many of them there are. Quite a few rogue light sources. Oh well. Do I watch your content, Cuboid? I haven't had the chance to. No. I can't think of anything you've done. I don't even think I knew you had a channel. I don't know, man. Why do you ask? Put that back. Select, delete, select. Okay. Select, break, break. Place. Alright. You mentioned me in my latest vid. Okay, I will. I'll go look at it after stream. Alright, cool. Get rid of all the spare maps I don't need. You know what? Let's go line by line. Fuck. Don't pop off, don't pop off. Oh. There is nothing worse than these items. Damn it! God fucking damn it. Okay. I just killed the item frame behind. Yeah. Rippin' pepperoni. Okay, so we got this, this. Bingo. I really don't want to have to respawn a map in via its ID. That is a nightmare. Okay, phew. All right. Little by little, it's all coming together. Or no, I don't want that there. Okay, so now I just got to get that last row. And that should do it. No, damn it, go there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't actually need to do that one. Hitboxes are a pain in the ass. See what I mean? I didn't even hit that, and it broke it. You sumbitch. Okay. I would just mine all the items. It's not that hard. You are heavily overestimating your ability to gather items. Like, millions and millions. This base is at least 9 million. We'll find out on episode 200, by the way. That's something I like doing on the hundreds episodes. I will select the whole base and with world edit, and we'll do a replace command. And then crash my PC 15 times. And that's how we'll find out. Good thing it gives me a moment to, like, react. Anyway, and so yes, the base block count is already at least 9 million. It's probably close to 10 by episode 200. Because we're already on, what, 186, 187? Yeah, this is 187, so I don't know. I've been streaming a lot recently. Norwegian Cucumber, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I stream every day, but that's nothing new. I've been doing that for almost 2 years now. Or about 1.5 years every day. I picked up my intensity in 2021. But I've also been uploading a lot of, like, newer content and stuff. There we go. What I wouldn't give to be able to, like, have baritone level accuracy. But sadly, the human brain is just not that good. I would love for chips in brains to be, like, unhackable, but also just, like, make you superhuman. Or borderline superhuman. I'd even take borderline superhuman. Like, computational skill, probability prediction skill. Like, I would love for computer chips in brains to be, like, nobody could make you their puppet or anything, that nothing nefarious could be done to you, but that you would have unrivaled level of cognition, memory retention, all of that. And you'd be able to make very sound, very informed decisions. You would be just an absolute Chad. I would love for that to become normal. But sadly, I think that's a pipe dream. I don't actually think computer brain or computer chips in the brain are viable. I could be wrong. I know there are people working on that. But that I'm fairly certain there's more to it than that. And that it isn't going to be nearly as good as, say, science fiction. You know, you're not going to have the matrix in your brain. That isn't going to happen. But goddamn, that would be cool if you could. And have no repercussions. Again, no nefariousness could be done to you. It's more or less hack-proof. Something like that. But again, pipe dream. Neurological implants are already in use. Some eccentric rich dude got an antenna implant which he can communicate using Morse code with his wife. Morse code. That's fucking based, I'm not gonna lie. Imagine learning Morse code just to beep bop with your brain. Although I imagine she probably didn't get the implant. And, probably has to, like... Fuck. Hate that shit. Item frame hitboxes are retarded. Fucking hate them. Anyway. Yeah, I imagine she wouldn't, like, willingly get her brain implanted in any fashion. She probably would have been like, yeah, I'll do that, and then it sends a message to her phone or something. There we go. Okay. We can be done with these. And I'm no longer in danger of losing any of them. Okay. Oh, hey, diluted water. Thank you for the cinematic. It was in a nut. You were in a rut for what you want to do with your base. Crowbar helped again. Oh, good. I'm doing all right. I'm glad to hear that Crowbars and his friends have wonderfully inspired you. That's always nice to know. Pipe dream would have to be the old shit in 1,000 years' time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. All right. All right. Final map set for this side. Oh. Damn it. I accidentally... Okay. We're off the edge of the previous map. Perfect. Okay. Let's get out to where it's in the middle. Get off the edge. Open. Perfect. It's probably going to capture some of the ship here, even though the ship isn't mine. But, oh well. Okay. Reasonably off the edge. Here we go. Perfect. Oh wow, it didn't capture any of the ship. Okay. I'll take it. All right. Now, no part of this will be unmapped. Sticks out of his head like an anglerfish? Oh my god. Oh, she did? Holy fuck. Dude, why? That is so awful. Like, that is some... Ugh. No thank you. I would want it to be discreet. Holy shit. Don't, like... Oh, hey, honey, look, I got a giant antenna installed in my brain. And then it's just sort of there. But, I mean, you do you. Whatever. I can't, like... I can't believe some of the things people do. 300 years ago, it's not even cool anymore? We'll see. We'll see. I would like to think there will be some hipsterism going on with retro tech. Like, man, this was all the rage 300 years ago when I was a kid. And so you'll see people using the hipster approach to how tech is designed and maintained and stuff. And yeah, it'll be outdated, but that'll be the point. That's what makes it hipster. I can imagine people doing that in 1,000 years. 300 years ago when I was a kid, this was all the rage. Because, you know, that's how hipsters are. They're always living in the past in a weird way. There we go. It's totally finished. I spent an unnecessary amount of time trying to get all this thing put in place, but I think it works out. It worked out. It infuriated me, but it worked out. And also, I think the lighting error resolved. Because there's a light there. Yeah, wow. fixed itself. Okay. Well, I'll take that. I will take a free win. I mean, I guess that's sort of like a free win. Okay, let's put all this back up. Now I can get the contents of my inventory again. Don't know why I had 2 of these. Get this, these. Oh, I also have... Let's put glow item frames in there. There we go. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. Sweet. And now we're set. Okay. Maybe I should also update the extreme map here, which is a maximum level map. Come to think of it. Yeah, because this map, if I recall, I erased a ton more space in terms of, yeah, the end islands. I got rid of way more end island than just that, because there used to be end islands under the ship. That's right. Oh my god, okay, this is a way bigger area to fly around in. Never mind. We'll do this another time. This is too big of a map to worry about. Okay, we'll forget that one for right this moment. They did it at the same time as installed for Bluetooth. Oh, wow. It uses Bluetooth. That is so weird. Okay, so we got this over here. All right. Got this area up here. Goes up here, and then I got up to this point. Okay, cool. All right, we're caught up. More or less. Oh, man. Oh. God, I wish I'd stop yawning so much. I don't know why, it's addictive. Sorry for talking about yawning so much, but you know, can't help it. Had the world download of Space Off 3 before the grief. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what it was like on 2B2T. That's the most progress I made in survival. The 2020 world download would be the farthest along in terms of like what all I did. Oh, that's just it. Man, 2020, what a hell of a year. Can you imagine going back to 2020? Like we were talking yesterday about, you know, living in a time period. I chose the 90s, obviously. But, like, just thinking about it objectively, what would you do if you had to go back to 2020? You gotta mask up again, you gotta be all super worried about this or that. Would you guys worry if you all had to relive 2020? I mean, yeah, it would be annoying as shit, don't get me wrong, but, like, knowing what you know now, it's not the end of the world. You know, life goes on. There are people who will die of it, of course. But that, you know, there will be a time afterward. 2021 will get a little bit better, and then 2022 will be a little bit better, and all that. Could you do it again? I think I could. It would be annoying, but I think I could. I'd be of the opinion that, and I would just tell people, look, it's not going to be that bad. It'll be a little bad, but it won't be that bad. I don't know. In my neck of the woods, it wasn't that bad. People kind of overreacted more than it was actually terrible. So who's to say? A lot of people freaked out, of course, but you just yawned twice? I'm sorry, Eric. I'm tired, watch your videos and go to sleep. No, I can't do that, Cuboid. Yawning is a defense mechanism for your the blood oxygen levels. When you yawn, it's to even out how much oxygen you have in your blood. Something like that. It's like get rid of a ton of excess carbon dioxide. That's what I read. I don't know how accurate that is. But it's not necessarily a measure of tiredness as much as it's a measure of how well you're breathing. You gotta take in those deep breaths and get a lot of oxygen in your veins. That way you don't end up having to do it. You know, yawning. I shouldn't have just gamed a ton, yeah, I guess. The only thing you did in 2020 was masks, watch Sonic 1 and Mr. Beast. Damn. That's unfortunate. That's how a lot of people were, though. With the lockdowns being what they were. People just kind of went full recluse, you know? I suppose if I had to, I could, like, do better content than what I did in 2020. What I actually did in 2020 was, like, terrible. I wasn't very good at it. But, oh well. You live and learn. Okay. So let's put a little bit of a thing there. Or truth if true WTV. Yeah. Makes you yawn 3 times talking about yawning. I know, I'm sorry, Sam. But that is the addictive power of it. The contagious power of it. I don't know. It's not really addictive, it's contagious. I wish it wasn't. Oh my god, I wish it wasn't. That'd be so nice if we could just, like, not yawn. But sadly, it don't work that way. You have a cat with no tail. Wow, why? What'd that poor kitty do? Or not do? Or is it just a breed of cat with no tail normally? Why get rid of the tail anyway? It brings oxygen directly to the brain. Yeah, exactly. I thought so. I feel sorry for the cat if it has no tail. That's like the cat's favorite thing, you know? A cat with no tail is like a dog with no eyes. They can't stare at you all puppy dog-eyed. Can't express themselves, you know? Although dogs also use their tail, but I feel dogs use their eyes more than their tails sometimes. I don't know if it was both, because you're not Googling it, or there's just no evidence of why yawning is contagious. It's a psychological thing. It's contagious because psychological reasons. It's not physiologically contagious. I don't think. I could be wrong. I could have that backwards. Maybe just seeing it is enough. I don't think there's been enough research on it. Who knows? It's whatever. We can ponder the mysteries of the universe or not. I don't know. You have a cat, no back, left leg, and no tail. Good lord, they were both infected. Holy shit. Yeah, cats are still good on 3 legs. As long as they got one, they're alright. Was a while ago? Okay. Okay. Let's put that here and here. then these like that. Sort of make it look like it's more shut in, you know. More closed in, rather. So you can't just fall off the edge down to your death. Holy shit, that's far. Yeah, that would be a doom. A doom I would not want. Okay. Get that there, get that there. Okay. We're gaming. Or is the right word vibing? I don't know. You Zoomers in your lingo. You darned kids. I feel that way now. Okay, so we got 3, 3, 8, 3, 3, 8. And then here. Bam, 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 bam. All right. You do that sometimes? Ah. I'm out of the voice chat and back was lurking without audio. Oh. Okay. Not quite sure what you're referring to, Mike, but sure. Let's stack this what? 20? I'm gonna have to stack this 11. So from here to here is 11 or 12. Here to here should also be 12. No, that's 16. Damn it. 2. All right, 14 and 14. All right, good. We got it. I love this sort of banister style here. This looks so good. And you can even jump through it if you like. And crawl through it. It's too bad you can't get your head stuck in a banister like you can in real life. I did that once as a kid. That shit scared the hell out of me. I don't remember why I even did it. I just remember that I had to pull really hard to get my head out. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. And then I didn't. The end. Okay. All right, sweet. We got everything more or less ready. Would you stop bringing up your shit-ass generation? If you'd kill all of us, you would. I think you do it just to spite you at this point. No, I don't, actually. I didn't even notice. I hadn't even looked over and seen you in chat yet, Mike. Sorry, but I was not actually trying to make fun of you directly because of your generation. I was really more just bringing up your generation. Minus 5,000 social credits. Oof. Damn, Mike. Are you going to even have any social credits? I can't lend you any social creditos anymore, man. I ain't got any more of my own. Next thing you know, I too will be out on the streets begging for social creditos when the Chinese social credit system takes over. Or whatever bullshit it is they're going to try to force down our throats. I have no doubt it's coming, whatever it is. Whatever it'll look like. All right. Oh, man. Almost to the very top. Just a few bits more. I could fit like 2 or 3 more levels in here, I think. How much space do I have left to cover? Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. Gen Z, little juice. Okay, so we're looking at 32 more blocks. That's pretty cool. The song is bopping, oh I know. He says he didn't, but just like when he sniffed the holy nightlight, he did it again. Yes. Oh, by the way, speaking of the nightlight, I know I brought that up many, many, many moons ago, and that some of you are probably unaware of what the hell I'm even talking about. So remember, I had a Monsters, Inc. themed nightlight. This was a little embarrassing to bring up. I was like, I liked the smell, okay? I found out what that smell is. It's ozone. And I found out that that's actually really, really, really bad for you. And that smelling ozone is... ozone's apparently very toxic because of how powerful an oxidizer it is. For those of you who don't know, ozone is 3 oxygen molecules bonded together. And it's really powerful stuff. So as a kid, when Monsters, Inc., the movie, came out, they, of course, released merch. Typical for Disney stuff at the time. And we bought a nightlight for some reason, because I think my brother was still of the age where he needed a nightlight to fall asleep. And so, of course, I enjoyed the nightlight because it had a smell to it. And I noticed, like, right away, day one, this nightlight smells weird, but I liked it. It's a lot like how some kids will sniff markers despite not knowing better. You can't and shouldn't sniff markers for the same reason, because they have, chemicals in them. Bad shit. Don't do it. Well, as it turns out, and I would not know this for many, many, many years, I was told the electronic-y smell, because that's what this nightlight smelled like. It had an electronic-y smell to it, so I liked smelling it. And nobody knew any better. Nobody told me that's the smell of ozone. Don't sniff that, you fucking bozo. So as a young kid, I smelled it. And then obviously the nightlight portion burned out, and we stopped using it. And then eventually the ozone smell faded. And now I don't even know where that thing got put. I think we threw it away or something. And I don't think it did anything bad to me. But, like, I would later find out that that is the smell of ozone, and that it is very bad for you to be smelling that. And that you should not do that. And now I feel really bad. I'm like, oh shit, I huffed that shit. I smelled that stuff like almost every night for years. Just because I liked it. I didn't think a thing of it. And like, these guys, when I brought that up, were like making fun of me for it. And I'm just like, I didn't know what it was. Now I'm like, oh shit, I really kind of shouldn't have done that. So I don't know. Boy, just in smelling, yeah, I just enjoyed it. I didn't know any better. And turns out, yeah, that was probably a really bad idea. But again, I've not noticed any sort of developmental issues or problems of any kind. I just enjoyed what I enjoyed, and that was it. I mean, I suppose it could have been worse. I could have ended up having an aneurysm or something. I don't actually know. I don't know what the side effects of smelling ozone even are, just that it's really bad for you. And it's a strong oxidizer, so I'm like, that's probably a really bad idea for your I don't know, brain cells or something. And well, such is life. My dad, funny enough, was like, yeah, he liked the smell of airplane modeling glue. He didn't smell it like super intensely or anything, just that whenever it was something that was brought up, he was like, yeah, I like the smell of airplane modeling glue. And years later, I would find out what that was and how bad that was for you as well. And I was like, oh shit, Dad, don't. If you ever smell airplane modeling glue, don't. Like, get away from it. The fumes are dangerous. And yeah, low key, it actually is. Airplane modeling glue is made usually from like toluene, and toluene is cancerous. It's carcinogenic. So like, that's another really bad thing that, again, we just did not know you should not smell. Markers, I brought that up. Like, everybody enjoyed, when I was a kid, there were people who enjoyed smelling Sharpies. And I had seen PSAs on television, because back then people watched television, not to sniff glues, Sharpie, stuff like that. Because bad, really, really awful chemicals are often used inside the, whatever active compounds that put the ink on paper. Well, those things will fuck you up. Especially for young kids, that's really bad for your development. And I didn't know any better. And I'm really glad, like, I found out some of that stuff, because I would have been right there with all those kids sniffing, you know, Sharpies and shit like that. But I didn't know that ozone was also part of that. So, like, just if you're aware, electronic equipment, funny enough, the reason that's relevant, because the nightlight was an electronic nightlight. It didn't have a light bulb. It had a flat panel. I don't know. It wasn't like a plasma screen. It was similar to sort of like glow-in-the-dark stuff, but it was electronically stimulated. The reason that's important is that in the upper atmosphere, ozone is synthesized via lightning strikes. Lightning helps to make ozone. And of course, ozone blocks ultraviolet radiation and things of that nature. And as it turns out, electronics also do similar things. So, like, that's why that's bad for you. And that's why electronic items like that nightlight will smell of ozone. It's because they generate it. And that's just kind of how it is. And it's a very potent compound. You can smell ozone in very, very little parts per million. That electronic smell is, like, really dangerous for young kids especially. So I'm actually surprised I didn't have any developmental issues. So yeah, there's a little extra, I don't know, something about me. That ozone shit is why you don't have a photographic memory? No, I had a photographic memory for years up until I turned into my mid-20s. Mid-20s is where that went away. But I just chalked that up to getting older. I don't really think anything of it in terms of like, oh, well, it's because I did, you know, that as a kid. I don't think so. I think that would have had more profound, more immediate effects on me rather than, you know, long term. I don't think so. Good guess, Mike, but I don't think so. Okay. Stack this bad boy 10. Stack this bad boy 15. There we go. I'm liking this look of everything chained to each other. Looks cool. Cat stare down. Hey, Joseph West, welcome. You never sniffed glue, but you have paint a few times. You still sniff Sharpies. Dude, that is so bad for you. Like, Sharpies especially, they seem to have some sort of compound in them that makes you get high. If you really, really sniff it, don't do that. It's bad. Okay. I think I got all the anchor points anchored. Now, I wanted to have sort of shops or like some sort of thing here selling items or selling, I don't know, knickknacks, touristy stuff, whatever happens to be popular, because this is supposed to be a strip mall type outlet. But I don't know anymore. I might change that. I don't know. I don't have any developmental issues. Kid with developmental issues, I know, right? How would you know? Yeah, it's a little iffy, like I said. Oh well. It's in the distant past. All this shit happened well over 20 years ago. Or about 20 years ago. 21 years, something like that. It's way too late to worry about now. Oh well, I'll just have to live with whatever comes of it. And if nothing ever comes of it, great. I got off scot-free. Okay, let's put some anchor bits there and here. If nothing else, I'm going to anchor it to the big ceiling up there. Bam, 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 and I think that's it. The layer. Sharpies smell good, but you can tell just how strong they are. It's not good for you. Yes, exactly. But there are people who smell that shit anyway, like Mike. The ozone layer burning up used to be a thing. Oh yeah, that was like a long time ago. I don't know if there's still an ozone depletion issue. It's not really something you hear about these days. So, like, I haven't been paying attention to it. But it could still be a problem. Who knows? Okay, so once we get up to this level here, I might just get lazy and do a little sideways staircase. So I've got what? What was the height? 32. So I've got what? 32 blocks? Let me double check that. So from here to here is 32. So that should be 34. Okay. Where does got off scot-free originate from? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a phrase I have heard so many times. I've never bothered to think about the origins of that phrase. But it's got to come from somewhere, right? Okay, so 1, 2. So let's start the staircase right here. Yeah, I'll zoom it up there and then zoom it up there. Okay. You know what? Let's look it up. Why the fuck not? Origin of got off scot-free. Get off scot-free. Whatever. It is derived in part from an Old Norse word, skot, and an Old French word, escot. The expression was around in medieval times when towns levied taxes in proportional shares for things like the poor fund. A tax was called a skut, and someone who wiggled out of this got off scot-free. That's why. Wow. I did not know that. That is wacky. And then while I'm here, side effects of inhaling ozone. Ozone is a colorless to blue gas with a pungent odor. Exposure to ozone may cause headache, coughing, dry throat, shortness of breath, heavy feeling in chest, and fluid in your lungs. High levels of exposure can lead to more severe symptoms, like chronic asthma. Ooh. It can damage the lungs. Okay, so I must not have gotten, when I was sniffing my nightlight as a young kid, I must just not have gotten a very high dose, and it just didn't do any real long-term damage. In which case, I got off scot-free. Hell yeah. Living my best life. Oh well, could have been worse. I'm glad I didn't have to pay the scot tax. Or no, the poor tax, or the scot, or whatever that is. I guess there wouldn't... Oh, I know what that would be. Oh my god, there is such a thing in our world. Yes, there is a scot here that we gotta pay. It's the stupid tax, aka priority. So if you pay for priority, you're paying the scot. And if you get someone to buy you priority, you got off scot-free. And there you go. There's your 2B2T fact of the day. Damn. Hot diggity damn. WD-40 is a saver for so many things. Oh yeah, I know. Tax evasion, exactly, Stone. Exactly. Does anyone else WD-40 smells good? You're probably smelling something, you know, like with the Sharpies, the ozone, all that. You're probably smelling something that's appealing but really bad for you. Some sort of organic lubricant or solvent. You know, actually, it's funny. My dad and I were watching a documentary a while ago, and the origins of WD-40 came up. It was a trivia question as a stinger between commercials. And, yeah, the origins of WD-40. And it was a military-devised thing, and it was, it basically was like the 40th formula that was developed, and it was really fucking good, and it got patented. And so they just kept it as its sort of, what would you call that, like, official name? I don't know, whatever you want to refer to it as. So yeah, cool stuff. I never knew WD-40 was like the 40th possible, you know, it was the 40th in line of things that were trying to be developed. Oh, wait. Let's break this and extend this out. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, we'll do it right here. Okay. Yeah, and then I might do a second staircase that, like, yeah, good enough. That'll extend up to a certain height. Okay, let's go out here and strip it of its unnecessary bits. Eh? Hello? Oh, 278. I'm dumb. That's what happens when you paste something above the world height. It doesn't paste in anything at all. Hello? Creative mode, please. There we go. Now then. Always had some BMX. Oh. Remember hearing that all of a sudden smell from WD-40? Oh yeah, it's a nostalgic smell. Especially if you were a young kid and your dad did a lot of, like, yard housework. And that would involve lubricating joints and things of that nature. You're gonna head out, fix, and take care, man. Thanks for coming out. Oh, hey, Leo. Good evening. When you were a kid, you always carry WD-40 to clean the grease of your hands off the bike pedal stop working. Oh, yeah. It's a great organic solvent. Because of, well, how organic stuff works. Excellent organic solvent. That WD-40. I got some WD-40. Okay. Cut. Zoomy zoom zoom. You want a new Kane Pixels now, damn it. Dude, it's only been a month. Do you really expect a new one this soon? When the previous one took like 3 months to come out. Like, Mike, come on, man. It's gonna be a hot fucking minute before we get another Kane Pixels. You will have to calm your tits. Alright, cool. Because I don't expect anything to happen for a good long while. But that when we do get another Kane Pixels, whenever that is, it'll be worth it. Oh fuck. Undo. Rotate 180 degrees. Now paste. Whoa. So yeah, I don't know, man. I know you're eager. You really want to see a Backrooms monster tear some poor fool limb from limb. You want to see the, you know, whatever the side of the fallout, rather, from the latest episode. You want to know how things go. You want to know if Marvin is all right. You want to know if Peter is somewhere out loose in the back rooms. You want to know if, what's his name, got killed. He probably did. I get it. But you're just going to have to learn to wait. It drives you insane how good the last one was. I know, the suspense was just like killing me. It's just going to be probably February, March is when you should expect another one. We already had that one meme video for the 1 year. You know, that already came and went. So, like, yeah, I don't know, man. If you're expecting anything, you are dreaming. If I'm being real, I think you're dreaming. Because right now, life goes on, man. Life takes its toll. So until Kane is done with school for the summer again, it's just gonna sort of be what it's gonna be. Actually, let's put these here. Something like that, maybe. Oh well. We'll get what we get when we get it, man. Now, me personally, I hate to say this. That thing you confirmed about the Backrooms always existed, and that in Kane's continuity, they just evolved alongside humanity, that kind of ruins it for me. Because that feels a little silly. I don't know. Maybe I'll warm up to the idea eventually. But that, for now, I don't really like that explanation, you know? I want it to be more like an otherworldly entity. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we haven't seen all there is to see, obviously. The story could go on for many more years, etc., etc., I know. Just that I would like for there to be a better twist than that. The Backrooms have always existed in Kane's continuity, etc., etc. Like, yeah, sure, I guess. But I don't know. That doesn't really do it for me. Who knows? Maybe we'll see something more come of it. Could be fun, though. We could end up with a really, really, really twisted series of events. And I'm sure we have not seen everything there is to see yet. Kane's story is refreshing compared to the... Oh, yeah, I know. Hey, Samuel Satwadi. Oh, man. Satwadijaya? I can't say that, man. Your name. But yes, welcome, Samuel. Pitfalls? Oh, Pitfalls was amazing. I really wish we could, like, just have a free-form video of just touring various areas and seeing all the crazy, wacky, whatever the Backrooms has. That shit would be dope. But I don't think we're going to get such a video. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, Kane's video is... Oh, it's amazing. His work, his story time planning, all of it. Just top tier. How dare I talk about your tits in that manner? Well, I'm sorry. But you do need to calm them. And until you do, I'm just going to have to refer to them in a derogatory manner. Your tits have to be calm, Mike. I'm sorry. That's the rules. I don't make them, I just enforce them. But I also make them too. So, you know, it is what it is. It could be worse. I could be a total tyrant. But instead, I'm a more live and let live kind of guy. I mean, you ought to thank your lucky stars I put up with you. I only told your tits to calm, not get crushed. I could have easily crushed them with the band hammer. All right, cool. This area is turning out good. The only thing we know for sure is that it was always just there. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure there's way, way, way more that can be expounded upon beyond that. And I guess that's fine. Just that I don't know. I would like it to have been something else. Like, maybe I feel like the mystery has been a little bit spoiled. I don't know. I'm still gonna await every new episode with bated breath, though. I ain't stopping. There are no brakes on this hype train. I just want more stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to take it out to the side and copy it. Jack, the good Kim Jong-un, or the good Adolf Hitler? Oh, Jack is the good Kim Jong-un, or the good Adolf Hitler. I guess. That sounds very oxymoronic, but sure. I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. Space-time duplication and connection, yeah. I guess that's the only really good explanation anyway, because it would explain how that photograph or that painting, I guess it's a painting, that we saw in Found Footage 1, that would explain how that ended up in the Backrooms despite being in another person's house entirely. That doesn't make any damn sense unless, of course, the whole, yeah, you know, shit just gets replicated. Unless that ends up being real. Because, you know, space-time duplication. Which, if that's how it works, fair enough. Last chai latte of the evening. You tell my man tits to calm down, you can go 180 and just want more stuff. Yeah, but I mean, wanting more stuff in a calm manner is different. That's literally what I told you to do. I didn't say don't want more stuff. I said calm your tits. You can want more stuff in a calm manner. I'm so glad the undo function exists. Holy shit. I'd be so... This place would be an absolute in shambles if that didn't happen. Okay, I think I can just connect it up. That's not very fair. It's fair enough. It's as fair as shaky as you're gonna get. Hey, you just found out your record for PvP with Sword and Shield against a Crystal PvPer is 235 to 571. Is that wins to losses or losses to wins? Either way, I guess that's good. Maybe some way bow shield could be integrated to client-side PvP with blast immunity in 1.19.3. That's a good idea, MK Incendio. If that is an actual viable alternative to the Crystal PvP meta, I'm all for it. Because the Crystal PvP meta is awful. And it's so stale, it's been fucking ages since we had any meaningful upset to how Crystal PvP, or any PvP, has been waged. And then when the respawn anchor came out, it's just more of the same. Just with a different type of boom boom block. Like, I'm sick of that. I want the boom boom blocks to go away. Like, I don't mind telling you. I would love nothing more than for there to no longer be boom boom blocks that can kill you. Maybe boom boom blocks that can severely injure you, and then a PvP, regular PvP, can take over. You know, you blow someone up partially, and then finish them off with a sword and shield. Or whatever. Something like that. Something that involves a more, you know, a greater rotation of items and abilities. Something like that. I don't know. I don't think I know what I'm asking for, to be quite honest. More fair, more skill-intense PvP that involves not blowing people to smithereens. And having to chew through 20 totems before you've even got a shot at killing them. I like the idea with bows, though. If bows can kill, that would be the way to do it. You were very calm? Uh-huh. Yeah, sure you were. An interesting potential change for 2PG Constantium's crystal PvP community. Uh-huh. Forest for the trees? Maybe. We'll see. Somehow. Oh, not bows. Somehow. Wow. Autocorrect. That is an autocorrect moment if ever I saw one. It can actually be fun to crystal PvP as act sort of a defense instead of while fighting, while repositioning or advancing. Yes, that would be something. If fighting and blowing people up was a means of attaining an advantage, as opposed to all you're doing is sitting in a hole blowing each other to bits. Good luck. Like, that shit is cancerous. And that's what I mean. That's been the state of PvP for decades. Well, not a decade, but we're getting there. We're literally 3 years away. Oh my god, we are 3 years away? 3 fucking years away from Crystal PvP being a decade old. Wrap your head around that. 1 decade old. The cancerous PvP meta that is the Crystal PvP meta will have been will turn a decade old. Very soon. The fun is being able to be killed in 1-2 hits while needing almost 1,000 to kill through your opponent's several totems. I hate that. But I get it. I guess it's the rush, the win-lose, you know, win everything or lose everything kind of mentality. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Seeing a ton of videos on Crystal PvP still confuses you on how that even works. It's really not confusing as much as it is overwhelming. There's too fucking much going on. It's not fun, and if you screw up in the slightest, you're dead. So the idea is you are in an area covered with obsidian and or bedrock, and you got a ton of ender crystals, and you just start placing them down to try to whittle away at your opponent's armor, whittle away at their, I don't know, whatever they got. 1 block height is basically having your feet below most. Yeah, exactly. Now that would be a funny upset. Seeing Mojang change how explosions propagate damage. They no longer damage your feet the more. They damage your torso the more. That would be hilarious. That would have a lot of the Crystal PvPers in shambles. They would be so mad. Let's stack this bad boy. 20? I kind of got it. Compared to the sword bow lava, Crystal PvP is an abomination. I know. It's one of those things that they never really intended, and also just never really fixed. Oh, damn it. And like I said, there's no real way to fix it other than changing how explosions affect your body. So if they changed it to where you could no longer Crystal PvP at the foot, that might actually work. Because that's the thing, you're protecting your feet from getting PvP'd, basically, as weird as that may sound. Auto-totem hacks on servers help. Well, yeah, but you can still do it without auto-totem. It's a little more difficult, and you gotta really, really keep up with it. It definitely tests your endurance as a human, but like, so what? I'm tired of it. Crystal PvP is so boring. It's so annoying. It doesn't do anything. It's just the same shit. Give us something more interesting. And I just don't think that's going to happen. Oh well. Not much you can really do, I guess. Oof, you feel old? Oh, I know. That is only the beginning, RD Super. This is only the beginning. If you think that's bad, wait until you get to be my age. Then everything you took for granted will be considered out of date and ancient by modern Zoomer. Or sorry, no, you are a Zoomer. Aren't you, RD Super? Which means Then it'll be Generation Alpha. They'll be the ones making the TikToks that make your head explode. And you'll be like, you damn kids. And then it'll be too late. And you'll be like, I've got old. And well, it's all downhill from there. Probably out. It could be worse, really. You could, No, I guess it's really as bad as it can be, isn't it? Oh well. Such is life. Okay. Let's stack this up 10. Perfect. Stack that up 11. Perfect. Bam. Do I think 2B2T's PvP would be more fun if it was like 1.8 and wasn't laggy? No, it would not. PvP has never been fun in Minecraft, with the sole exception of the early days when we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. In those days, you could have a measure of fun, provided you had a good enough computer and didn't like lag your FPS terribly. But if you didn't have a good computer, no, you could never have fun with PvP. And 1.8 PvP is even worse than Crystal PvP. As much as I've railed against Crystal PvP in the last 5 to 10 minutes, believe you me, you do not want pre-1.9 PvP. You do not want 1.8 PvP. Trust me, it is 10 times worse than Crystal PvP. Why? Because A, the nerf to protection didn't yet exist. B, it was entirely dependent on who had more armor. That's how you won. You sat there and just wailed on your opponent. And if you were lucky, they had less armor than you and they would die before you, because their armor would inevitably wear out and they wouldn't have anything to default to. However, shulker boxes. Shulker boxes would annihilate the pre-1.8 PvP scene. Why? Because everybody could carry 30, 40, 50 sets of armor in their chest, their ender chest, and get to them as long as they could get away from you for like a minute, a second. They could get back, refresh their shit, and go right back to just wailing on you. When I fought Pop Bob, it was literally me and him standing there wailing on each other for an hour with swords, hoping that his armor would pop before mine. Spoiler alert, mine popped first because he had stacked armor. And everybody's seen the exchange that Fast Vincent made a video of the day Pop Bob died, and how he raged about it because he had stacked armor on him. But except for the fact that he lagged out in that one small instance, Pop Bob should have won every fight he ever came across, simply because stacked armor made you basically unstoppable. Because you had to whittle through every single piece. And as a piece of stacked armor wore away, and remember, we had stacked armor in 2017, so stacked armor would be in the meta. You have to whittle through every single piece to be able to kill another player. And also totems are being thrown into the mix. Yeah, no thank you. I do not want 1.8 PvP ever again. Say what you will about Crystal PvP, at least Crystal PvP is over in a flash. It's over rather quickly. Yes, it's cancerous because you can't do anything and it taxes your ability as a human to be able to effectively do it. It certainly feels like you're outclassed by all the bots and all of the modules out there, but at least you got a chance. But pre 1.8 PvP was a nightmare. I'll never forget challenging Pop Bob and it taking hours for there to be a decided outcome. Just no thank you. I never want to have to experience that ever again. When the first dupe in 1.5 hit, where we all had god apples and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of armor, to the point where that shit was almost never going to run out because we just had so much, it dawned on me just how bad the meta was. just how bad crystal PvP, or just how bad regular PvP was. And you want to port that to a modern setting? Oh, hell no. I do not recommend. That is like pulling teeth. I'm good. At the very least, we have a meta that is decisive. Could it be better? Yes. Is it that big of a deal? Not really. You can avoid PvP. You don't have to PvP. There's nothing like demanding that you PvP. But I would like for it to be a more balanced aspect of the game. I don't know that that'll ever be the case, but as of right now, no. I'll take Crystal PvP over 1.8 PvP any day. 1.8 to 1.9 was a huge game changer in so many aspects, and one of them is that it made PvP different. Even if it's still not better, it's at least different in a good way. But going forward, I have no clue. It definitely needs to change just because it's stale. Like I said, it's going on 10 years that Crystal PvP has been around. But give me that over sitting there. Because see, you know how many holes are around spawn and other places, right? Imagine sitting in a foxhole for hours with your opponent literally on top of you. Because there's no reason to run around. There's no place to go. What are you going to do? Outrun them? They can go just as fast as you. They can pearl wherever you pearl. They can fly with an elytra. They can get the fuck out of there just like you can. You have no incentive to run. It's entirely up to who was smart enough or capable enough to bring enough stacked, or not stacked, but enough sets of armor in advance. And that's it. That is PvP in a nutshell. And also totems exist. No thank you. That is a nightmare. I want off. That is one of the worst timelines that I can imagine. Is the 1.8 meta never gets broken because protection is never nerfed and the ender crystal is never craftable. Or maybe it just doesn't deal enough damage to be comparable to a bed, or to a TNT minecart, or to a charged creeper. If they ever made crystals weaker in any capacity, although respawn anchors are now a thing, if that ever happened, we would probably see a return of the old PvP. Although they did nerf protection. So at least nerfing protection made things different. So I don't know, maybe in the modern sense, as long as they just nerf protection, maybe it doesn't matter. Who knows? I just want another weapon that's more interesting than a fucking ender crystal. And in honesty, I'm all for the sword making a comeback. 1.18 PvP? What the fuck is 1.18 PvP? How is that better? Or is he advocating for 1.8 and you just messed up? You just typoed. Because if Ant Venom is advocating for 1.8 PvP, honestly, he doesn't know what he's advocating for. So, alright. Because, like, again, you do not want that. It becomes a matter of... Now, on a new map, in a world where there are no dupes, things become a little more strategic, although you could probably still get away with ender crystalling / respawn anchoring someone. Just depends. The ball would be in Mojang's court, and Mojang is notorious for being very bad at adding things that are meaningfully good. PvP was never fun, exactly, Leo. They never made PvP any good. And that's because Notch didn't know how. That's really what it boils down to. Notch really kind of just didn't know how to make PvP any good. And that's okay. You know, the game was never really about that. It was almost always about building to some degree. That's fine. I can give him a pass. Just that it's developed a community, you know? It's developed a following. People do it. People think it's worth doing. Whatever. I would rather PvP be interesting. Like, there be a parry and a dodge mechanic. Like, your sword has to hit somewhere to do something. You're not just generically striking at a hitbox. You know, there are vulnerabilities. Armor types have weaknesses and strengths, and you gotta compensate for that. Like, make it more strategic. I feel like that could be done. It would be controversial as all hell, because there would be people who'd be like, no, it's a change! You can't change my PvP! And, I mean, that's what happened the last time they touched PvP, and it shell-shocked Mojang forever. I'm convinced the backlash from 1.9 is the reason Mojang is no longer able to make good, really in-depth changes to anything. Because, like, that just sort of started the whining. Oh well. $32k armor, stacked totems, and gapples auto-eat. 32k armor was worthless, Stone. Ah, 32k armor was basically unusable. If it had Unbreaking 32k, or as it is today, 255. The thing is, protection, any type of protection, has an upper limit. And that limit, you hit that limit very fast. So there's like no point to any level beyond, like, if you've got 2 pieces of Prot 4, you hit the limit. Maybe 3 pieces of Prot 4. There's like no value in any higher amount of Protection 4. And it's strictly because you just don't have, you know, by game mechanic, you just don't have a way to change that. And, well, what are you gonna do, you know? So, yeah, 32k protection was worthless. It didn't do anything more than regular Prot 4 armor didn't already do. And reminder, we played with 32k armor in 1.9. So there was already the protection nerf in place. So, like, yeah, you were definitely screwed then. Nowadays, obviously, it's changed because things go up to 255. But I can't imagine it's like the game mechanics don't still basically do the same thing. I don't know. Maybe if you tested it on a creative world with some friends, you might be able to get it. Hard to say. Hard to say, hard to leg. Just have 2 accounts standing there PvPing AFK? Yeah, I know, right? That would be the epitome of unfun. Alright. I'm almost done with this level in here. It was possible back then. Yeah, I suppose so, but nobody had that level of automation. Clients are so automated today, it hurts. Back then, you had to be awake and at the helm to have a chance at your client not killing you. Lag, bullshit like that. Like, you had to be awake and aware and know what you were doing. And to a degree, that is still kind of the case, but there's so much automation that has gone into how things work. It's just not the same. We have very much changed our attitude on how we play 2b2t and other places like that. Like, I saw a guide when it was a Constantium written guide about the impending 1.19 update. And it was a guide on all the changes from 1.19 to 1.12. And they mentioned things like you can no longer AFK in the Nether. If you were AFKing on a highway, you were likely to die because piglins would attack you. And all I could think of when I was reading this guide was like, no fucking shit, how do you not know this? And I'm like, oh my god, duh. These people didn't play in 1.16. These people didn't play in 1.17, 1.18, and now 1.19. These people just don't know. They are not aware of all the new blocks. They are not aware of all the problems and dangers of AFKing. You cannot tunnel through the nether at just under bedrock and expect to not have a gap that drops you to your death. Like, if you're tunneling through the nether, you can't AFK that. You have to be awake. You have to be at the helm if you're doing that, because you will fall to your death. There are so many, pitfalls now. Haha, Kane Pixels reference. But yeah, that's very real. That's Minecraft. And I'm like, damn, you guys, you're playing from behind. Holy shit. And yeah, a whole lot of people were playing from behind and have been for quite a while. And it's really only just recently that has changed. But I imagine most everybody, especially on Constantium, is more or less aware and adjusted to the changes. So I don't know, we'll see. Swords became useless. I like them for mob control, but I don't really care. Yeah, they are more or less useless. Oh, poopy. Undo. Right here? Aha. Oh, not aha. Okay, well that works. I can just fill this back part in, make it solid. And then maybe make this into a platform of some sort. Okay, yeah, that looks good. And I'll have to design this room out with a little more ornamentation. What else can I yoink from stuff over here? Don't say they made the axe the meta. No, the axe is laughable. The axe would only be good if people actively use shields, and shields are worthless even though they do now fully block intercrystal explosions, and obviously respawn explosions. But the thing of it is, you gotta already be looking in that direction. So if anyone uses an exploit to blow up a crystal from behind you, you're still dead. That's number one. Number two, you already gotta have the damn thing up and ready. So you're basically vulnerable from there, and you're not gonna axe in that span of time, because what's the point? You could just be getting behind your opponent faster than they can turn around, or something. Safe walk, auto gapple, kill aura still keeps you safe when AFKing. Yeah, for now. Oh, hey, Jacob McGee, how are you? Welcome. Hadn't seen you. Maybe I've seen you before, but I don't know. At any rate, yes, it's very kind of like hit or miss with how they changed it. And, well, it's just not fun. There's not going to be this big upswing in how the meta has evolved. The PvP meta is always going to be this stale until they do something about explosions. Whether that be, I don't know, some sort of explosion-proof potion, maybe, that lasts for like 5 to 10 minutes. That would be a real upset. You are now totally immune to all explosions for as long as this potion effect lasts. That would drive people bonkers, because that would literally be an entire subset of weaponry completely moot for 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, however long they make it last. And that would be the way to do it. If you really, really wanted to kick the crystal PvP meta in the ass, and force people to innovate and change, which I wish they would, then you would have to basically make an explosion-proof potion. And it's brewed using, I don't know, a creeper skull or something. And from there, you would have a lot of strategy, because now suddenly, unlike with Turtle Master, which only lasts for a very short amount of time, and is really not that good, I hate to say. Turtle Master, I swear, their hearts are in the right place, but it's just not good enough. Not enough. And so, I don't know. PvP needs a huge upset. Popping in to say goodnight. Well, take care, Jacob. Thanks for coming in, man. You take care. Have a good night. I'll see you hopefully next stream. But yeah, it is what it is. We're stuck in a hole. We're stuck in a crystal PvP foxhole, both literally and metaphorically. And we gotta live with what Mojang hands us. The W's and the L's. And we'll figure out how to get there. Wherever there is, I don't know. Fuck if I know. I would love nothing more than there to be really cool blocks that, like, are just awesome. Really interesting, meaningful PvP change. And, like, just good shit in general. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I should go to the very middle to do this. Okay, here and here. I love that I can see, because of how I changed this, where the exact middle of the room is. And there we go. Velocity patches could probably fix a lot of issues, since techniques like crystalling would be possible. Or hit crystalling. Have I ever done vanilla crystal PvP? No, that sounds even worse. Like, to be fair, that really just sounds like... Oh, fuck. That really just sounds like... If you don't have a computer in your brain, good luck keeping up. That's really what that sounds like to me. Because there's just so much... First of all, how do you guarantee your opponent and you are not both, you know, using hacks? Like, it feels like a kind of pointless thing to try and prepare for, because your opponent will almost always be in some way using something. That's number one. Unironically, I think it's way more fun. Once you get muscle memory down, it's basically just doing it by feel. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't know. That's because the 1.9 combat update was the most horrible idea that had ever been made. Well, it wasn't very well thought out, that's for sure. Server-side velocity equals desyncing. Yeah. That's definitely an issue. I remember the stutter step. That shit was fucking awful, and that was because of a desync bug. So, like, velocity handled server side would just about be as annoying as the stutter step bug from way back when. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't see that working out. Stutter stepping was awful. I cannot believe I lived through that era. But at least it's over. They did actually fix that. But no, I don't want to... I don't want to revisit any bugs of... the bugs of Christmas past. Or the ghosts of bugs past. However you want to frame it. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, damn it. Oh, this ate into the thing. Okay, the observer's back at least. Okay. Let's solve that issue real fast. Let's just undo this part. I wish they hadn't abandoned the combat test update. Oh, I know. They could have done so much with that. That is such a waste of potential. But we will likely never have anything that replaces it. Or comes close to what they were going to do. So I don't know. It looked promising, I know. Back. Welcome back. Found the caving channel a couple months ago. It's cool how crazy and underground some of the... Oh, caving, as in spelunking. I see. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting caving. Caves are wild. Both in Minecraft and in real life. There we go. Oh, so that's why that killed that. Ah, shit nuggets. Oh, okay, that didn't affect that. Never mind. There we go. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't push that back. Maybe I could have it like that. Yeah, we'll have it like that. I wanted to have it mimic this form from one of these connector bits over here. Like right here, I've got this exact same corner piece. So I wanted to have it sort of imitate that. And also I should probably put an obsidian ring around the edge. I like that. It's a shame that Minecraft hasn't done anything to address the actual issues with multiplayer since they make more money from Bedrock. I know. And I was talking about that as well yesterday. I was like, expect them to kill Java, and that will ultimately also kill the Java multiplayer. They will just straight up kill it one day. They'll stop offering the authentication servers and stuff. And then you won't have any Java at all. You won't have any ability to join anywhere. So we'll all be kind of screwed. Spelunking in the US, most of them believe is channel action adventure twins. Oh, okay. When does the pain finally end? When you cease existing. That's when the pain finally ends. I don't want to, but, you know, at some point, I guess we'll all have to. That is an inevitability we all must one day face. So, like, I can't really tell, because I don't really know. But that, yeah, we'll all have to face that and figure it out. Whatever that is. But hey, at least you won't have pain at that point. I don't know. Look forward to that, I guess. Let's see here. Last vid was of a sick crystal formation cavern. Oh, those are awesome. There's this one cavern that I remember hearing about where the, I think it's calcite crystals, are so absurdly large they basically obstruct the cave passageway, and that the humidity is literally 100% because it's so hot, because it's so far down, and that if you are in there for too long, your lungs will literally fill with water because of the high humidity. And I'm talking absurdly high, like nowhere else on Earth do you have that level of humidity. Hey, Theet, you made it. Good. Welcome. He's pretty decent? Okay, cool. 1.20 basically left to go get milk and hasn't come back. Yeah, I haven't heard a word about 1.20 in a while. I'd like to think they're just developing more dumb camel-related shit. Maybe the archaeology that they promised. I still don't know why they promised archaeology. Like, what the fuck? Why archaeology? What does that do? What is that? What value does that offer? I mean, really. I don't know. It's weird. It's Mojang. I ain't gotta explain shit. The walls were snow white and shiny as fuck, up to 3 inches long, and gross, but mostly over the walls and ceilings. Other vids inside have stalagmites and stalactites, and others. Okay, cool. That sounds really cool. I hope science will find a way to cure death before my time so you can finally live your peace with my cars from the 30s, 40s, and 50s forever until I'm ready to see your family in heaven, hoping you make it there. Okay, Mike. Who knows? Maybe science will be able to make heaven. And you can just go there as a living person. Or something like that, I don't know. Lady Agnes issue. I guess. I don't see how that's a Lady Agnes thing, because she's just a spokesperson, but whatever. Snapshot should start next week. They usually start on the 3rd week of the year. Ah. Well, we'll see. Ah, fuck. Undo. Did I stand in the wrong spot? I feel like I did. Yeah, I must have. Okay. Let's join this segment up. Oh yeah, I should probably rotate that. Perfect. All right. If they just let go of the cave update and worked on server performance, PvP, and the game balance, it would be so much better. Yes, the game would have a lot of longevity. But I imagine that's stuff that mod developers will have to do for Mojang. Simply because Mojang is not likely to do that. Got any general life tips because you're 16 and have already had a few midlife crises? Oh my god, W. Mars. What sort of midlife crises are we talking about? I don't know. I may or may not be able to help you. I'm not 16. I haven't been 16 for 16 years. So I'm literally double your age, so I might be able to help you just because I've been around a while, but who knows? We'll see. But unfortunately, that's going to have to wait till tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, W. Mars, because I'm tired. I'm going to retire for the evening. Oh, man. Hopefully it's a quarter-life crisis and not a midlife crisis. Yeah, a quarter is probably more accurate. Otherwise, I'd be concerned for his life. Yeah. Well, if you live to be 90, which is pretty good. I mean, that's beyond the average. You know, 90 ain't bad. So if you live to be 90, that would be, what, a third of a third? Or no, that would be one, what is, so 15, so 96. We'll do 96 because that's divisible by 16. Okay, so 96 divided by 16 is, what, like, sixth. So that's a 1/6 life crisis. So there you go. That's something. That's kind of alright, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, good luck for now. I'll get back to you. But yeah, I am tired. I will retire for the night. Whoops. Let me put this one last little detail in the flooring, and that'll be it. Okay. Cool. Kind of annoyed that it doesn't match up perfectly on all sides, but you're not going to see the floor that well. It's fine. Okay. So I managed to get through all of this. I made this giant open-ended series of stairs, staircases, all of it. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. Pretty good. And that's just one leg of the Arc of Triumph. Oh Oh yeah, I gotta put something up here. Well, we're not fully done with this. And then maybe put something up in here, because this is solid for like 8-ish blocks, I think. So from like here to up here. That's 15 blocks. Wow, I've got a lot of space in there that I could make use of. Okay, yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna have to make use of. I can't let this space up here go to waste. Okay, yeah, I could definitely make something. I can make something happen. But yeah, regardless, thank you all so much for coming out and watching. Y'all have a great evening. I will catch you all. Whoops. Actually, yeah, let me get out. There we go. So yeah, I will catch you all tomorrow. Thank you all so much for coming out. Tomorrow's hardcore. It's a space city. Yes, it is. What sucks is that all the biggest YouTubers, content milkers who have no genuine opinions or to how to improve the game. Well, that's because everybody's in a funk. There's a creative sort of, I don't know what. Nobody is able to creatively make very much these days. It's just whatever. Oh well. He's like 21 and upset with himself. He has not made this great accomplishment in his life yet, and he said it was going to kill himself. Oh my god. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, there ain't much I can do about that. Better luck. Try not to get too upset over not having done anything with your life. You got plenty of life to live. You have plenty of time. Don't worry. I will just leave you with one nugget of advice regarding not living or not achieving something. If you're worried about not achieving, okay, first and foremost, I didn't make Space Valk 1 until I was in my mid-20s. I didn't make Space Valk 3 until I was in my late 20s. Colonel Sanders, the chicken guy, okay, he didn't start his stuff until he was in his 60s. Colonel Sanders was a failure most of his life until he hit it big with KFC. And he's world-renowned and beloved because he made some pretty damn good chicken, not gonna lie. Just remember, you're not going to get just whatever just because you want it. Over time, if you keep working at it, you'll eventually get something. But you got to keep working at it. You got to give it time. It's okay. So, other than that, stay vigilant. Keep at it. Several people came through tonight alone on this very stream and said, wow, you're still at this, Jack. Oh my God, I haven't been here in a year. Oh my God. And I told them every time, I'm determined to finish this. I'm determined to keep going. I'm determined to start, to keep trying. You got to be that way. Don't just give up. If you're 16, if you're 21, whatever, it's okay. You got plenty of life left to live. Plenty of chances and opportunities will come your way. You don't know what the future will hold. Push on one day at a time. You'll be fine. And with that, I will catch you all tomorrow. Oh, y'all like, subscribe, all of that. I will catch you all tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Bye.